Okay, this is video number 2. Remember, this is going to be real raw. I'm not following any script. Again, if you're just coming on, I'm doing the video as I received everything in September. And so I'm naming the videos. We went through this already. Living that Christ life. LTCL, number 1, number 2, number 3. So this is number 2. So if you missed number 1, it may help to go back. It was just an introduction, but kind of understanding what I'm doing. So this is not a professional video or me being professional. This is just raw, and I'm just going to jump on when I can and just share and just kind of make these videos. So this video, let me just tell you what happened. So last year, I've been asking for a word from the Lord for several years now. And my word last year was pray. And so within that, I felt the Lord say, Amy, come before me. I have something for you. But he released me. It wasn't a command. It was just an invitation. And it wasn't a guilt if I didn't do it or anything. But he said, come before me and I will give you something. I have something for you. And so honestly, 2019 was packed for me. I felt like I got watered down in 2019, and 2020 is different for me. And so I have a friend, and she was talking about how I asked her, I said, I'm going to go before the Lord. Do you want to come with me? I was also talking her through a few things, and I said, come experience it and let me show you and things like that. So in September, so 9 months it took me to go before the Lord like I did. And so normally what that means is I'll put on soaking music, or I'll put on some sort of, usually Julie True is my go-to just to enter into God's presence in the beginning. I wasn't going to ask for anything to anything. The whole purpose was to go before the Lord and just see what he wanted to give me. That was it. And so these visions came within 45 minutes. And so for 45 minutes, I laid on the ground in my living room and just received from the Lord. I didn't know he was going to give me anything. And so it was almost every 10 minutes and I would get a vision. The visions did not make sense to me at the time. And usually when I get a vision, I always question, is it me, Lord, or is it you? Is it me, Lord, or is it you? Am I dreaming this up, or are you giving me a vision? And so there's always that flesh side that wants to doubt that you even hear from the Lord. And God is so not that complicated. And so on September 10th, I played the soaking music and just got quiet before the Lord. And I always hold my Bible and a journal so that if I receive something, or if I get a direction, maybe a Bible scripture or something, I'll go and write it down or look it up. If I receive a vision, I'll write it down, and then I enter back into just quiet time, or just what that looks like for me. So I'm going to give you in the order, and this video is just going to be the visions, and then I'll do another video to, go to the next thing. So the first vision I received was a path, and it was just a path. And and anytime I see a vision, I can still see it in my head. And so it was just a path. It was in outer space. I know it was above the earth, outer space. And the path shape was like that and black. It was just a path. And then it disappeared. So I just wrote it down. And of course I went through the whole, is this you, Lord, or is this me, Lord? Is this you, Lord, or is this me, Lord? So I just wrote it down, went back before the Lord. And it was almost like in outer space. And that's how, if I told friends, that's how I explained it. Outer space. I saw a huge infant, baby hands, baby feet in outer space. The very next vision was I saw the White House. And in front of it, I wrote down 2 to 3. And then I wrote 2, because it's like I remember seeing 2 white angelic humans right in front of the White House. It was the back of them. So I was looking at the White House, and then I saw the backs of them. But I was from afar. I was away looking at them. The very next vision was I saw God's head. In 20 years, I've only seen God's head one time, and this is the second time I've seen God's head. God's head leaned over another man's head, so it was a profile. God's head leaned over another man's head, and God's lips touched this man's lips and poured out liquid gold from God's mouth to this man's mouth. And as I'm seeing the vision, I thought liquid gold, and immediately the Lord said, it's called living water. And then the vision disappeared, and so I waited a little bit, and then I'll write it down. The very next vision was I saw a bird soaring in the air, and usually if I get like a snake dream or whatever, I'll say, is it good or is it bad? So whenever I saw the soaring bird, this bird just wide wingspan, just soaring over a city or something. I didn't quite know what but it was soaring over something. And I said, is it a good bird or a bad bird? And as soon as I said that, I saw the white of the head, and it was a bald eagle. And so I saw a bald eagle. Wingspan was spread strong, and he was just soaring over. And I just knew it was a city, or it was soaring on top of something. The very next vision I saw in outer space, and I actually drew this, and I'll show you, it was a snake coming out of like a mist or out of a cloud. And so the snake came up, and its mouth open, and it was gasping for air. And then I saw it come down, and then it came back up, and its mouth it was like gasping for air. And then it came back down, and came back up a third time, gasping for air, and came down, and it kind of disintegrated. And so that was the fifth. I think that was the fifth one. Let me see where I am. Or that might have been the last one. So the path, the baby, the White House, God's head, the bird, and then the snake. So that was the sixth one. So I know I'm going to stop right here. Zoe, go over there, my love. This is raw. I'm going to stop right here because I don't want to make the video so long. And Tommy's calling me. But those are the 6 visions, and I'm going to break it down for you as the Lord revealed to me. Have a good day. Bye.